to mobilize as a continent. There must be a mobilization. Race Africa needs to do a lot because you see, media. Did you know I had a very funny talk yesterday? I was watching a particular video on TikTok, Seun Kuti, the son of Fela, and there was one thing I heard. They said all the media houses in Nigeria are being funded by the West. And there was a very quality disconnection between that conversation. The first, they are talking about MacArthur Foundation, they are talking about Ford Foundation, and they said that if you look at their funding, go and check their funding, everything about us must be indigenous. If you want Race Africa to grow indigenously without being polluted, so that this conversation will bear a good fruit,
exactly.
The first thing we need to look at, where is the finance coming from? See, I like to be blunt. I don't like to
and I appreciate your bluntness.
And the question is that
who pays the piper?
Who are the people? Who are the people? Who pays the piper? Decide the tone.
Absolutely.
Dictate the tone. Who are the people that is going to mobilize, that is going to support the funding of this very beautiful initiative that carries Africa? We want to raise Africa. When they say raising, when they say the house is raising, something is on fire. You understand? You want to illuminate this discussion. There is going to be like an illumination, a liberation. There is going to be a question of finance. So it is from that finance that these people come in. They come like with Greek gift for those that study political science. Exactly. It's like a Greek gift. It's conveyor package.
Right.
You understand? You won't notice
it has good intention.
Exactly. And that is where the see, let me tell you, devil self is strategic. Devil is not very, and there are some people that have studied the world very well. And you see, if you look at the world is being programmed though. And that is why Africa must not miss out. Somebody was talking about the Greenwich Meridian time.
Right.
Some people are behind it. Yesterday, somebody was talking about it. He went to Greenwich in London. They were talking about when Britain was in charge of all the seas in the world. And what do? If they go to Africa, they want to do their slave trade. Sometimes the sailors, they used to be lost. Because, let's say, for instance, from the south to the east, north to the west, the calculation, they used to be lost. Yeah. That was what gave birth to the
Greenwich Meridian time.
Yes. Okay, now, if you move from this time, maybe this is 00 Celsius. If you move to this, and they calculate that, and that was what gave birth to the clocking. So people are in charge of everything in this life. So the question is that where is Africa in this?
In the scheme of things.
In the scheme of things, we cannot. So that is why I'm so sorry. I'm talking about media because I don't want to. But the question is that I have to talk about
because
it.
The truth is, with media, you could subtly send nuances and
narratives,
and that is another thing where Africans have not been intentional about. I was talking on the show here some time ago where I was listening to radio and a jingle. From a European country. There was a jingle advertising a tourist site in Europe. Of course, the money is in Africa.
Absolutely.
We don't admit it. The West doesn't admit it. But it's true. The money is in Africa.
Yeah.
So there's a vibrant tourist jingle in our local radios telling you to come explore that European country.
Wow.
How often do we do that for Africa?
We don't do that.
And we won't even dare do that because we've been tagged war-ridden.
Absolutely.
We've been tagged corrupt. We've been classified as all the unfortunately negative nomenclatures and images you can even conjure up. So that's the problem there. So I understand the importance of media in shaping mindsets,
Absolutely.
in reawakening all of this.
Absolutely.
But again, you talked about funding. Where could the funding come from?
You see, thank you very much, Joy. I like the way you are layering your questions one after the other. You see this question that you ask, this is the foundation of the problem of Africa. When you talk about any other things, you see money. That is where the problem comes. I said I'm the founder of the National Youth Inclusive Initiative. You should ask me, why do I start National Youth Inclusive Initiative? It does not start as National Youth Inclusive Initiative. We started as Nigerian Youth Alternative Council. I was the National Secretary of the Nigeria Youth Alternative Council. And then I'm coming to your question, but I want to lay this background. So sorry, please. I was the National Secretary of the Nigerian Youth Alternative Council. Let me tell you, we are the first organization in Nigeria that wear khaki and beret to the National Assembly. We were nearly killed that day. Then we used to use, I remember I used to trek from Piwe to Durumi with my legs. Then I used my money, my business money. Then I have 2 POS in Piwe. I used my money to run alongside some other organizations, some other members of the organization. Then I now realized that there is this guy from my state. His name is Shino Abiola Pella. He was the National House of Assembly, House of Representative member from my constituency in Isheyin.
He's quite popular, we know him.
I met him and I told him, and he's a nightlifer. I know him very well in Lagos. He owns Kulos, he owns Aquila. He's a very rich guy. And if you look at the story of his father too, a magician in Africa, someone that they call him Olowo Ido in Yoruba land. But then I met him at the National Assembly and I said, I want you. That was how I talked to him. That they convinced him. I said, I want you